What's up guys, I'm Nightspeeds, and in this video we'll be taking a look at if Barcelona is still a city worth going to if you're a skateboarder. And I just want to say right here from the start that Barcelona as a skate city is still worth checking out today. Even though things have kind of changed, it seemed like back in the day a lot of the big skate videos were like 50% California footy, 50% Barcelona. And there is a good reason for that, because the city is just built for skateboarding. The amount of plazas and different kind of skate spots you'll just randomly find coming off of any metro in Barcelona is absolutely incredible. I can't really think of many other cities that is as perfect for skateboarding as Barcelona is. Of course, I love Copenhagen because I'm from Denmark, and I think that it is starting to get noticed as one of the big skateboarding cities, but Barcelona will definitely have something that you don't find anywhere else. But of course, a few of the very famous spots of Barcelona has changed throughout the years, and we'll just take a look at a few of them. Let's start out with Parallel. The old Parallel spot is, in my opinion, one of the best spots of all time, with everything just being positioned perfectly. Now, I love doing manuals, and that spot surely did open out a lot of tricks in my trick book, and I'm sure it did for a lot of other skaters as well. But you could also do grinds there. There were different grind gaps, and you could just put together these amazing lines with grinds and then doing a manual trick, perfect flat ground, just everything was perfect. Seeing that being torn down, that was a huge bummer. When I heard they were going to build a skate park there instead, I didn't really know what to think about it, because it didn't really seem like the vibe of that spot, and a lot of people felt that way, so it ended up being changed, and they created a spot kind of similar to the old Parallel, but still, in my opinion, not as good. I mean, if you haven't checked out the old Parallel, this new Parallel will still be worth checking out. Another spot that's changed a lot is Science, because when you see the old videos with Chris Cole doing a back nose blunt, or Bastian Salabansi going from a kicker to tray foot nose blunt, those benches are not there anymore. Plus you don't have the famous ledge to drop, and those benches that Stevie Williams was skating over are not there anymore. You still have the 3-stair, which also a lot of people have done amazing stuff down, and then it has become more into a DIY spot, so a bunch of different kind of DIY ledges are there, and a mani pad, so you can still have an awesome time skating there, but it won't be the same as you've seen in, I don't know, videos like Dying to Live maybe. Also, because Barcelona has been such a favorite destination to go to of many skaters, all the ledges there will be kind of grinded down, so some of them will be harder to skate than you may anticipate. A good example could be the Olympic Stadium hoppers. I think there's a 16 or 15 stair hopper, and then a little longer down there's the 18 stair. I skated the 18 one because it seemed like that would grind the best, still kind of rough to grind, and there's kind of a death drop on the other side. So I definitely see why people would skate the shorter hopper. You've seen some amazing stuff on that. But of course, some spots will just be as good as ever. For example, the Theater Ledge, a favorite spot of mine to go to whenever I'm in Barcelona. It still grinds as well as it did 5 years ago when I was first there. Another thing worth mentioning about skateboarding Barcelona is that it's apparently illegal. I didn't know that until I just researched it like a week ago, but I have been going to the city like 5 or 6 times from 2013 to now. But I've actually only had good experiences with the cops, but I skated with an English skate shop where the entire team all got taken their boards and their VX because it was apparently evidence for them skating at the Universitat ledges. I don't know if this is mainly a thing they do with the skate tourists there. I don't know if this is the same for the locals, but I haven't experienced any of it. I just thought it was worth mentioning if you go there. Kind of be nice to the police, because not all of them enforce this very ridiculous law, because I do think it attracts a lot of tourism to the city, so they should be grateful of all the skaters there. But of course it has an impact on how the different plazas look to the people outside of skateboarding. So just be respectful if you meet police there, because they do have the authority to take your board, and if you're filming they will take that as evidence as well. I would also experience a lot that they would clear out Magba so that the actual tourists of the museum could go there and not being filled up with skaters. But the skate community in Barcelona is absolutely amazing, whether you're a skate tourist like me coming from Denmark, or you're a local Catalonian, or Spanish person. I don't know what it's called, what you would identify with, but whoever you meet, if you're a skater, you will be able to talk to each other, have a good time. I've never experienced any bad sort of vibe from the locals versus the skate tourists in Barcelona, which I have in other cities I won't mention, but where the locals have been very closed in and won't talk to the tourists. So I do really like that about Barcelona. Like Josh Callis has said a bunch of times, that going to China is more like a mission of filming tricks, and he didn't like that. But actually going to Barcelona and getting a feel for the city, a feel for the vibe and the skaters there is just what makes this place amazing. Another quick thing to say about Barcelona though is that a lot of people are just making a living off of stealing from other people in Barcelona. It's mainly like the big tourists there just going for all the main tourist attractions, so if you're a skate tourist you won't get targeted as much. I feel like I have had some bad experiences getting robbed, but you know, from skaters you don't really take shit from anybody, so me and my friend, we kind of fought back and I got all my stuff, but the police may not always be the best to help you in that case, so be on the lookout for your stuff, don't leave your bags unattended. And if you've seen the Chris Chan vlog, you would see that he got his camera stolen at Magba. I used to actually rent a hotel room at a hotel pretty close to Magba and Parallel, so I would go there a lot. And I think about 50% of the times that I went to Magba, someone got something stolen, whether it's a wallet or a phone or just an entire bag. So especially if you go to Magba or some other big tourist spot, in the middle of the day, have a look out for your stuff, because there is a risk of it being taken. All of those negative things aside, this is still a city worth going to as a skateboarder, because you won't experience many other cities like it. Oh, Kyle Walker did a kickflip into that bank over there, and then you'll randomly meet pros and different kind of famous skaters around the city. I met Chris Haslam at Parallel, one of the skaters I've looked up to the most throughout my skating years, so that was just amazing to meet someone like that, and then him being so down to earth. We could talk about different kinds of aspects in skateboarding and tricks, and it's just amazing that you get the chance to actually meet someone like that, simply because this is the city that a lot of skaters just happen to go to. So if you haven't been to Barcelona to skate, I highly suggest you go do it. It is worth doing before you die. So many amazing things to experience, and if you're not going to do it, then I don't really know why you clicked on this video, but I will be showing some more spots I didn't talk about in this video right here. I also got some tricks for my part I saved, and I think a lot of people just go here to have filming missions, so I don't know what else to say. It is still worth going to this city in nowadays, even though a lot of the spots has changed. But thank you so much for watching. Check out these clips here to maybe get hyped for planning the next trip with you and your friends, and then I'll just see you guys in the next video. Peace.